You said when you came back to the States, what?
When I came back to the States, I hated looking for like a fucking plug or somebody to like buy. And this is before weed was legal in Chicago. So,
Yeah. You say come back to where were you?
I lived overseas for about 11 years. I was in South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Tanzania, and South Africa.
Okay. Why? What started that journey? How did you end up overseas in all those places?
Well, I graduated from Alabama State University with a recreational therapy degree. And I was going to med school to get my doctoral degree in sports medicine. Mm-hmm. But I wanted a break, so then I decided to go to South Korea and teach English, which I fell in love with teaching.
Yeah.
And then I stayed in South Korea for like 5 years or like 4 years.
Did you have to speak Korean?
I learned a bit of Korean.
That's impressive. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I stayed over there, and then I fell in love with teaching. I came back. I took some more classes for my doctoral degree. I thought I was going to get back into it, and I just couldn't stay in America. I hated it. And I love traveling. You okay? Your allergies bothering you?
No. You know when you got something in your eye, or it's just in there, and it's not coming out, like...
I have something with my eye.
Yeah, this morning I woke up. I don't know if I hit myself in the face or what, but like my whole eyes. Just ignore this part. It's gonna be leaking the whole time.
It's a little pink eye.
Yeah.
You eat ass?
I mean, yes. But,
okay, did they fart before?
I hope not.
Sometimes that can happen and shit like that.
That's
or
fine.
if you ever had like nut in your eye.
Yeah, I've not had nut in my eye. No, never experienced that.
Not even your own by accident.
No, I don't know. How do you accidentally nut in your own eye?
I don't have a penis, so I think your nut can nut. You can nut up, can't you?
No, never in my life have I nutted into my own eye on accident.
You catch it in your hand?
No, I either. What we're talking about when I was a kid or now?
Sure.
Which one you want to know first? But both. Both was. This is getting a lot, but I would have to be shirtless. I would so my mom wouldn't see. I would get my blanket and I would just lay on my back.
Okay.
And I just let it be the back and then clean it up from there. And then now I just come wherever I want because I'm an adult.
Right.
And I can clean up wherever I need to clean up.
And it's your prerogative. Thank goodness this is a hard surface.
Yeah. No, it's clean now.
I like how you just have a lot of hard surfaces that are wipeable in here. Like, it's not too much cushion and shit.
Yeah. You're not going to slip on nothing. You'll be
good. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. You see how we just seamlessly just like ADHD'd into another conversation? That's how my life is. That's how I ended up living in so many different countries.
Gotcha. It seems like you get bored with the same thing. Like you need shit to...
I like shit to change.
Okay.
I like to see what it is, how I react with change, because it really drives home that wherever I am, I'm home. If I'm me, if I'm comfortable in who I am, it doesn't matter what the exterior is.
Do you feel like you've always been comfortable in who you are, or was that
hell no?
Okay.
Fuck no. Are you serious?
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? I grew up in America. No, fuck no. I grew up in Evanston. Fuck no.
What was it like growing up for you? Why were you insecure?
You grew up around I'm 36. I grew up, I was born in 88. I grew up when white was right. Everybody wanted to be very middle class, America, Tommy Hilfiger, everything's right.
You were in Evanston, so you were around a lot of white people.
Yeah, I was around a lot of white people.
I know that gang.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
But I didn't fit into any of that. And for the longest time, I was like, oh, fuck. What's wrong with me?
So you internalized.
Yeah, because it has to be you. If everybody else around you is seeming like they're getting along with life and, everything's going on, something's wrong with you. So for the longest time, I internalized it. And some shit happened. This is what? How old was I? Maybe 30-ish? Maybe 30-ish? When I was living in Saudi Arabia, I tried to kill myself.
Okay.
This was after I got married. I'm divorced, by the way.
Okay.
This was after I had gotten married, and I left. Me and my ex-husband, we met living in Saudi Arabia. He's from Tanzania, and he works over there, and I was working over there, and we were at a foreigner party because foreigners hang out with each other there. Sure. Blah, blah, blah. We got married. We met like, what's it called? We met in like February, got engaged in April, got married in December.
Okay.
It was when I was in a functioning depression for like 20 years. I got married in a functioning depression. Like,
so, okay. This is a lot.
This
I know.
This is a lot.
Here's what we'll do. Let's do a timeline of your life so we can keep it in order. Because I want to get to the suicide and the quick divorce and everything. Yeah. But let's start as a kid. You're in Evanston.
I'm in Evanston. I'm doing well. I do a lot of shit. Like, I got like, when I was maybe 7th grade or some shit like that, I got the key to like the city for Skokie. Me and like 4 other people saved one of our classmates from drowning.
You just have a whole bunch of crazy stories.
Yeah, we did like CPR. We got like a news story in the newspaper and everything. They gave us the key to the city. I was like, this is some bullshit. This is some like, what the fuck? Like PBS. Bunch of Negro kids. Like, we saved this.
You were all black.
We were all black, and we saved the other black kid from drowning.
That's crazy.
It was at a Vietnamese family's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah, them motherfuckers had a pool in the back and didn't know how to swim. They had all these fucking nigga kids over there because the little girl who was having a pool party, she be sucking dick, so she invited all the niggas over there. This was in like 7th grade.
This is gonna be a weird episode.
People was sucking dick in 7th grade, but she invited all the niggas over there, not knowing niggas don't know how to swim. And you invite these badass baby kids over here, they running and jumping everybody in their fucking jean shorts, jorts. This motherfucker slipped and hit his head and fell in the pool. He didn't know how to swim anyway. The pool ain't that damn deep, but we had to get him out of there. And we did CPR. Well, I did CPR and stuff like that, so then we saved him.
And then you got the key to the city.
Yeah, I got the key to the city. I grew up.
So you grew up in Evanston. There was clearly other black kids around.
Yeah, of course.
Were you friends with them? Or?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so y'all linked up.
Yeah, I'm a friendly person.
Okay.
Evanston's it has a lot of black people there, believe it or not. A lot of Caribbean people. So I grew up around a lot of Jamaicans and Belizeans. My father is from New York, and he's Cuban. So I'm black and Cuban. What else? My mother had a hair salon, so I knew everybody, most of the black people there, because my mother did their hair. So.
Okay. Were you considered like the smart kid? Because I was
very smart.
Okay. You were good at school and all that.
Very good at school. Very smart. Got a lot of awards. Like I used to sing, so I did a lot of like opera competitions and things like that. And I got awards for that. What else did I do? I was an athletic trainer in high school. Okay. I played softball and I played basketball.
Okay. Were you happy at that point? Did you feel like a happy kid, or were you still?
I was in a functioning depression.
The whole time.
I think I dissociated because I was,
You okay?
My life is some shit.
Yeah, that's why we're recording. You were in a functioning depression. You were disassociated this whole time.
Yeah, because I was molested at a young age.
Okay.
So I just.
When you say young, are we talking elementary school, middle school?
Like, maybe like 1st grade, kindergarten.
That's pretty young.
Like, I don't even know the first time I was molested or by who. So it was by a lot of people.
How did you find out that you were? I mean, that sounds like a repressed memory on some level.
Yeah, but I know, that you are. Right, you know when somebody touches you and you're not supposed to be and things like that. And then I think it's like a lot of like when cousins get around each other and the older cousins touch the younger. And I didn't know, like I internalized a lot of the shame, not knowing like this is what a lot of fucking people were going through. Like I was like, this is strange, some strange shit. Growing up and being healed past that point and talking to adults, I'm like, oh, it wasn't just me. Oh, we were all on some fuck shit. We were all like in the midst of like, yeah.
At the time, you thought this is all me. This is my fault. And then as time went on, you realized this is a more universal.
This is a universal experience. So many people, 1 in 3 people have been abused or molested as a kid. So I'm like, these are grown-ups walking around who are still unhealed from that. Like, that's a lot of shit to bear.
And they usually pass it down, and it's an never-ending cycle.
Either you become the abuser, and you do it now to a kid because it was done to you, or you become the shame bearer. And you have so much shame, and it affects your relationships in your life, and it affects everything that you do and the decisions that you make. Or you got to heal past that shit and not drag a moment into a lifetime. You learn that, let that moment be that, but it doesn't define you. You got past it, you know? So
it sounds like for a while there, it was latched onto you all the way through high school into college?
Into adulthood, like my whole life.
And then you said around 30 something happened and a switch got clicked.
I was sitting in, I was married already.
Okay.
And I always I always coped with shit with overeating. I was heavy. I learned that from my mom. I learned that from like just people in my life. So food was food was it. And it just wasn't doing no more. And I'm in Saudi, Saudi Arabia, this is when women still couldn't drive. So this is before I was over there when they couldn't and when they could. So
you saw the transition?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I was one of the first to drive over there as a foreign woman. Shit.
Saudi Arabia doesn't seem like a place you'd want to visit as a woman.
It's not, but in the English teaching, overseas English teaching and shit like that, it's Asian countries are the college of the teaching. Most people stay over there. It's a lot of white guys who go over there and get get an Asian bitch and have an anime family over East Asian somewhere. They're fulfilling their fucking dreams. So the strange doesn't translate. I'm sorry, you bitches over there who are marrying these fucking sandal perverted ass Hawaiian shirt, big pot belly ass white men from Niles, you gotta come over here and see what they're like in America, because sometimes the strain doesn't transfer. The strain, there are a lot of strange relationships. Anyway, where was I?
So you were explaining the eating in the Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, so eating just didn't do it anymore. And I was in Saudi Arabia and I couldn't. And there's no liquor. There are homemade liquor and shit like that. Diplomats and shit drink. Everybody drinks. Saudi is supposed to be a pure place. They under Sharia laws because of Islam and stuff like that. But the fucking come on. The king died of cirrhosis of the fucking liver. Dude was a drunk. How the fuck he drinking over here? Y'all not supposed to be drinking. He was dying from cirrhosis of the liver and he had a little conjunctivitis of the heart. That means he was eating pork. The fuck? You Muslim and you eating pork and drinking? This is some bullshit. They got a big, hidden behind closed walls, culture. They got a big meth problem. It's a lot of fucking, meth heads. And these are, homemade meth. What the fuck are you doing?
I would have never associated meth with Saudi Arabia.
Speed and meth problems in the Middle East is crazy. They on some drugs because think about a country you can't do anything. You want to do everything. That's why you see them motherfuckers risking their life tipping four-wheeler Jeeps over in the fucking desert. What the fuck are y'all doing? It'd be 10-year-olds. What the fuck are y'all doing? Anyway, so I was sitting there and it just wasn't enough. And I was married and that was a whole nother thing. I shouldn't have gotten married.
Yeah, so why was that? Why'd you get married so quick?
I was checking things off the box. When you're in a functioning depression, you're trying to control your reality to make sure that you're denying that you're depressed. You're fucking checking off boxes. Okay, I can pay bills. I take my family on trips. So I send people money. Oh, I have a job. Check. What else? gonna make me seem like I'm functioning adult.
So
need to get married.
Doing what you thought you were supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm 20 something. I need to get married. This motherfucker asked me, sure. Okay. And as somebody who grew up with low self-esteem, I was like, oh, somebody like me? Mm-hmm. You like who like you? Mm-hmm. You're not really taught to have like boundaries or discernment or like wants and needs. Bitch, be lucky somebody like you.
So he likes you. You get married. You're eating. The eating's not good enough. What then happens? What triggers this change?
I'm like, this is me. I'm like 350 pounds. I was like, this is some bullshit. I don't want to do this no more. Mm. So I was like, I got pills because in Korea, I used to
You're in Korea or Saudi Arabia?
I'm in Saudi Arabia, but before I went back, this is when I went back to Saudi because me and my husband left Saudi Arabia. We got married in Tanzania. We lived there for a year. Okay. I wasn't fucking with it because I ain't making no money, and I'm like, I'm not living like this shit. Mm-hmm. I got American bills. So I was like, I need to go back to Korea and get my job back over there. So we moved, me and my husband, we moved over there for 2 years, but he's African. So they treat Africans like shit. It's very hard for them to get a visa. They got to prove a lot of financial shit. So he has a visa on mine, a marriage visa. But with a marriage visa, you can't work legally. Okay. Same for people when they come over here for if they're on their husband or wife's visa. If they're on a marriage visa, they can't work legally. Mm-hmm. So he was doing odd ends, like he got modeling jobs and selling coffee and shit, some shit.
Just hustling.
Okay. And I was like, I can't do this shit. I'm working like split shifts, and over in East Asia, like they work you like a fucking slave. Like they love their boss. They love their jobs. It's very robotic. They like. I was doing split shifts from like 7 a.m. to 10 or 11, and then coming back from 5 to 10 p.m. and going back, having a class at 7. Like it was horrible.
So you move there because you need to make money, and you're getting overworked, and you're still depressed.
Yeah, and I can't have a husband who ain't doing shit. Like the dick was great. He was very East African, very. Motherland, like Jesus. I see why they hate niggas, because if you giving out dick like that, everybody's gonna want it. Like I see why white men be a little bit scary. Like that's some powerful dick. Like yee, jeez. Have you ever had motherland dick? It is powerful.
I've never had motherland dick.
I knew God was real when I had that dick. I was like, okay. I see.
Okay.
I
5
see.
stars on his penis.
5 stars.
Okay. Let me do the thing real quick. 5 stars on the dick, and then
anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't be over here and be broke. What you want to do? You used to fix bikes, motorcycles when you were a kid. Let's think about mechanics. Mm-hmm. Airplanes are always going to be blah, blah, blah. Aircraft mechanics. Okay, we're going to apply for aircraft mechanics. Schools in India and South Africa. Okay. Those are 2 places where African visas can get more student, you know, blah, blah, blah. He gets into a school in South Africa. I'm like, great. I'm a damn bitch. I'm going to pay for it. I'm your wife. I got you. I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to send my baby back to school. Shit, because you need a job. For him to go to South Africa, I need money. So I'm like, shit, contact my job back in Saudi. I'm like, y'all got work for me? They was like, yeah, but you got to move to like the border city of Kuwait and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Kuwait and Saudi. And I'm like, it's a smaller city than what I was living in before. I'm going to be by myself. My husband is moving to South Africa, so I got to go over there and set up a family and shit, like a house and shit like that for him. And now I'm paying school fees, my bills back in the States, my bills in Saudi, house bills and rent fee in South Africa. I'm doing a lot of shit. It's fine. I'm making money. I'm in Saudi. But I can't do this shit no more.
Because you're just depressed. I'm
depressed. And functioning is not functioning no more. Mm-hmm. I don't got no liquor. I definitely ain't got no weed. Like, I smoke weed in every... I smoked weed in every country I've been to. Okay. Don't do that. That sounds very dangerous. Because a lot of those countries, they will kill you if they find you with drugs. Please don't do that. It's not worth it. And the weed don't be that good. Just go to places where weed is legal.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not endorsing that.
So you're moving around.
So I'm moving around. I didn't like it. I was in a hotel room waiting for my apartment to be ready in Saudi again. This is when I moved back, and my husband was in South Africa, so I'm in a long distance marriage now. I can't fix his life. He's not here. I can't fix anybody's life. I'm in Saudi again by myself. What the fuck I gotta focus on? Oh, fuck. What am I in? How did I get here? And then I had pills and shit because in South Korea, I used to hang out. This is where I was. In South Korea, I used to hang out with some people in the military.
Okay.
And all they do is dope them motherfuckers up. The officers and shit, they're heavily medicated. Like, they can get any drug, any pill. Any pill that you want. Like, motherfuckers got boxes of pills. We used to take them and pop them when we go out and have a good time. I stopped popping pills because I was throwing up blood.
So you were popping pills enough to where you got to the point where
it was like only a month, and I started getting like ulcers and shit like that. I didn't know I had a week.
Yeah.
Inside. So I stopped doing that. But I had some more pills, and I brought them to Saudi, and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just take all of them.
So you take all of them?
I was going to.
Okay.
So I took a lot of them. And I called my mom, and I was like, I'm done. I told her I'm done. I still cry.
Do you feel... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I told her I was done. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to live anymore. In my head, I understand that dark place that people go where it's like, I don't want to live. I don't want to live. I don't want to live. And if you don't listen close enough, or you don't have that moment of stillness where you can hear that little voice where it says, I don't want to live, but it's a little voice that says, like this anymore. It's not, I don't want to live complete sentences. I don't want to live like this anymore. And if you miss that like this, I can understand why people end it and take their life and shit. Because the shit seems unbearable. And you forget you have a power to change your shit. You got a power to change your reality. Because everything that is in your reality now has been a choice that you've made. And if you forget that you have a choice, you take yourself out before you can make something beautiful.
So you didn't take all the pills and you called your mom. Do you feel like that was the voice telling you to call your mom?
That was something, yeah. That was something inside of me. I think everybody has a soul and stuff like that, but I think that was something inside of me saying, please,
don't follow through on this.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't take enough to kill yourself, clearly.
Right.
And you call your mom. What did your mom say?
My mom started praying. She just started praying. That's what she know how to do.
Do you come from a very religious space?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you really religious?
No.
Okay.
I grew up like non-denominational, but I went to church camp and all that stuff, and I went to revivals and like youth revivals, and I was speaking in tongues, and I was called like evangelist.
Where you were speaking in were you okay? I have a question about that.
Yo, it's a spirit. It's a psychosis.
Do you feel like you were sincerely speaking in tongues, or do you
sincerely?
Okay, but you're not religious.
No, not now. No.
Okay, you're.
I grew up like that, but then also my husband was raised Muslim. So I was in Saudi, so I converted to Islam. I said Shahada. I did Umrah and Hajj. I went to Mecca and Medina. I have a Muslim name. It's Shahana.
Okay. Your life is it's all over the place. I'm trying to keep up. Okay. So you converted to Islam for a little bit.
Yeah, but not really, because he wasn't religious. He did it because it was his dying. His mom was Muslim, but his father was Catholic. So he went to a Catholic boarding school. But his mom died when he was young. So his mom's wished is that he married a Muslim woman. So I was like, yeah, if your mom says it, I don't give a fuck. It's all Abrahamic faiths. Islam, Judaism, and Christianity are all under one God. They come from the same. They're all Abrahamic faiths. They believe in the same God. It's just the Jews believe that Moses was it. The Christians believe that Jesus was it. And the Muslims believe that motherfucking Prophet Muhammad, was it.
And do you feel like the Abrahamic religion as a whole is correct?
It's bullshit. They the motherfuckers who colonized and capitalized and enslaved this whole fucking world. They the ones who kill in the name of God. So fuck Abrahamic faith. All of them is fucked up.
Okay.
Jews, Christians, and Muslims, all y'all fucked in your heads and fucked up. And it's crazy. It's crazy how right that people think they are and how arrogant it is. And you didn't even have a fucking choice. Most of you didn't have a choice. You were born into a family that says this is what you are. And you now over-identify with it. And you have caused so much havoc and you wreak so much havoc in the name of God, and you don't even know who God is. That's wild.
What about like more Asian influence, like Buddhism? How do you feel about that? Even that,
the over-identifying with the rightness of self in your human experience, and because of your experiences, you believe that everybody should believe the same thing as you, and if they don't, they're wrong. That's the arrogance. That's the flaw. That's the fucking thing that's the gotcha.
Yeah. Would you identify as atheist?
No.
Okay. You're spiritual, we'll say?
I believe in the divine, the supreme, the one who keeps my heart beating, the one who gave me this experience, the one who makes me connected to everybody else in this. I am only a manifestation of one experience of many. I am connected to you. You are connected to me. Every living thing.
Have you done mushrooms?
Yeah, I've done shrooms.
Okay, this is all coming together now. This is all making sense. Because I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And everybody's not ready to hear that and not understand that, because everybody's on a different point in their experience of this, whatever this is that we're doing. But I fully believe that we are all connected, and I fully believe that I'm a part of everything, and everything is a part of me, and I walk around with appreciation and gratitude for that.
So I think this will be a nice little transition. So that the day with the pills and calling your mom, after that, it was a change?
It's a complete change. After that, I was like, I don't want to live like this anymore. Let's start changing. It was like, okay, first, what the fuck I'm going to do about this weight?
You can smoke, by the way.
Okay.
I forgot. Let me
thanks.
get you a plate.
I was like, I can't be over here and feeling this weight. I feel trapped in my body. This does not feel like me. This never felt like me. So what I'm going to do about this? I need help. So my mom had gotten weight loss surgery because my mom was heavy herself. Okay. My mom got VSG. VSG is vertical sleeve gastrectomy. This is where they take your stomach, right? Your stomach's like the palm. And they take 70% of it off. So your stomach becomes like
you physically couldn't eat any.
Yeah. I mean, it only guarantees 50 pounds of weight loss. At this time, I'm 50 pounds overweight.
Okay.
So, no, I'm 350 pounds.
Right.
I'm extremely overweight, but it guarantees 50 pounds. So I'm like, this is a good start. This can start for me. Getting that surgery, it was covered by my insurance that I had in Saudi from my job there. I didn't have to pay anything. Praise God. Everything's falling in line. When I got the surgery, I was also made aware that I had a stomach, or I had a genetic mutation in my system where I was born with the stomach twice the normal size of an average person and twice the normal volume of an average person. that is why I was able to be 350 pounds and I didn't have any comorbidities. Didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have diabetes. I didn't have anything else like that. No hard breathing. Nothing besides the weight. And they was like, this is why you're never full. You were born with a stomach that was too damn big. And you wouldn't know that. You inherit that from your parents.
Right.
So I was like, okay, that's cool. Then I started losing weight. I always worked out. Working out started to Working out started to help me.
Yeah, I see your videos. You go hard.
Working out, moving this body, really, like, moving your body is an act of gratitude. Moving your body is a privilege. Moving your body is an act of love. It is needed to clear your mind. I know when people don't work out, I know you can't be there fully mentally. You're not really clear. You can't really fully be there mentally. Not saying that you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Or not judging you like that, but your potential is stunted because you don't understand that you need to move your body somehow, some way.
I agree. And that was a lesson I learned when I started jiu-jitsu. When I had an excuse, when I was doing something that was physical that required me to actually think about how my body moves, was when I started stretching. When I started actively being like, I need to make sure my body functions so I can then do a thing that I like to do. It gave me an excuse to exercise, really. Yeah. So I get what you're saying there.
So I did that.
Yeah.
With my husband. My ex-husband, he was in South Africa, so I would go see him every few months when I had a break from my job in Saudi. So I was living in South Africa and Saudi, back and forth. That shit was going down the drain because, I caught him
cheating.
Oh yeah, almost like I was filling out something for his school, paying something for his school fees over there. And I needed his email to get in there to get something. So I went in his email, of course.
How it goes.
And, and then there's something popped up, was like notification from some sort of fucking site. And I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like, notification from some like South African like Tinder shit. I was like, I click on this shit. I see this motherfucker in fucking shades, looking like a fucking Nigerian scammer. What the fuck are you doing on here? Talking about you looking for fucking people to hang with. You like bitches who like toys and other bitches. What are you doing? On my money, nigga? Are you stupid? Yeah. I'm over there paying for you to be over there with bitches. Oh, I was heated. I called him and cussed him clean out. The fuck out. I was like, I'm done with this shit. My mom was like, Whitney, this is not your... Whitney is my name, but I go by Nini. Yeah. Nini is my nickname.
And then you have your Islam name, which you no longer claim.
Shahana?
Yeah.
His family all knows me as Shahana.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're not fucking with his family anymore, right?
I mean, I'm done with their relationship.
Okay. Oh, but you like his family.
His family cool, but they over at telling me what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Sure. Okay.
You get Instagram like that. I mean, what woman doing?
Yeah.
I ain't talking to y'all like that.
So you cuss him out.
I cuss him clean out. But my mom was like, this is not your boyfriend, this your husband. You can't be doing that. Work it out. Like, I was like, I can't be doing what? I was like, bitch, you was married 2 times? No, I mean, I love my mom. She's my best friend. But I was like,
is your mom gonna see this?
Yeah, sure, no problem. My mom comes to my shows. She be knowing what the fuck.
She knows what you are.
She knows. She birthed me. I'm from her. I don't hide shit about me. I live with my mom too.
Oh, okay.
It's the best. Well, if you love your mom, if you get along, like me and my mom are genuinely friends, like we get along. Yeah. And I'm a grown woman out here, so. Live with your mama, okay? Make these niggas have a place to fuck you at. They always trying to move in with you. Nope! You can't live with me and my mama. You want to take me to a place to fuck.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I have.
Well, okay. All right.
I have somebody that I...
Speak to?
I'm spoken for.
Okay.
Now.
How's that?
It's a very profound experience for me.
Can we get into that a little bit? Or if you don't.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a profound experience. Like, this feels like a healthier relationship than you're used to.
This feels like a yes for adulthood. after my marriage, of course I fucked around with people and I fucked people, but having sex with people to me is not a relationship. Also because I was molested, I don't associate sex with feelings.
What do you associate it with?
Sex.
The physical
act. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't really want to know your name and your last name. I don't really like you. Don't really have to breathe too much. If it was I don't want to fuck a dead person. Please breathe.
Yeah, breathe a little bit.
But don't really be here. But be here. But don't you're just facilitating a nut. Gotcha. I just need your body. So, but this relationship is something that I'm enjoying. I like it.
Do you think the sex has improved because you actually like the person?
Yeah, and I can see my vagina now. I'm small. I can see my pussy now. I'm using that thing. I'm like, oh my god, it's like porn in 3D.
Was it that bad, the weight before? Because I don't.
No, because every time I show people like my bigger pictures, they're like, "Oh, but you're so pretty," and I'm like, "Bitch, I said I was fat, not ugly." What the fuck? But fat does not mean ugly, bitch. I always could get him and got him and had him. Okay, bitch, I was never not cute. I had a lot more.
Yeah, I see it.
I had a lot more, and it was a lot more. Like niggas love fucking fat bitches. I understand why though.
We do. It feels nice. Yeah.
Niggas could fuck my knees, behind my knees, and have a great time. Baby, I just get down, let it get a little sweaty and moist. You can fuck behind my knees and have a great. I still got a little fat behind my knees, Jesus. Fellas. If you want to know, I still got a little fat behind my knees and a little fat on my elbows. That means I can cook.
To the face. Jesus.